In this video, I'll explain things you can do on holiday in Jersey with a 16-month-old baby.
We flew to Jersey from Glasgow on an EasyJet flight. The flight time is about 80 minutes. Heath stayed awake for the whole flight but fell asleep as soon as we landed. The first task was to collect a hire car. It is possible to use bikes or buses to get around Jersey, but as we have a toddler, it was more convenient to drive ourselves. Top tip, take a video of the car before you drive so you can prove what bumps and scratches it has. Our car came with a complimentary bowl set. This is the French version of bowls. You throw the balls rather than roll them. And they are very, very shiny. Our flight arrived at 10:30 in the morning, but we couldn't check into our hotel, so we decided to check out the nearest beach. This is St. Owen's Bay. It's a 10-minute drive from the airport and is on the west coast of the island. It's a spiritual home for Jersey surfers. The beach is 5 miles long, which means there's plenty of space and facilities for everyone. Even though it was a nice day and peak holiday season, the beach was relatively quiet. There was plenty of room for everyone. The water was nice and warm and great for swimming in. Lifeguards kept an eye out to ensure it was all safe. If you are interested in surfing, then there was quite a few schools here and plenty of places you could hire equipment. I've tried surfing and it was much harder than I thought it was going to be. I barely managed to stand on the board, and when I did, I only lasted a few seconds before I fell off.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
We stayed in the capital, St. Helier. This statue commemorates the liberation of Jersey at the end of World War II. Originally it featured white doves rather than a flag, but it was changed when locals pointed out that if there had been white doves on the island on Liberation Day, they wouldn't have been released, they'd have been eaten. Our hotel was on the waterfront next to the town centre. It was convenient for getting around as we could walk everywhere, but it wasn't cheap. So we used the breakfast buffet to make our lunch and the free car parking. That helped to balance the cost out a little. I know hotels say please don't take anything out of breakfast, but I can't be the only one who makes lunch. Leave a comment if you do it too. St. Helier has a population of about 35,000, which is about a third of the total population of Jersey. It's not a cheap place to live. I spotted a property in the seafront that was for sale for £21 million. Supposedly you have to have lived in the island for 10 years before you can buy a property. That stops people buying holiday homes. I checked out the local delicacy, a Jersey wonder. There's an old wives' tale. They have to be made when the tide's going out, because if you make them when the tide's coming in, then they explode.
Like a donut, but with no sugar on it. Disappointing. It is not a wonder of the world.
This is not our first visit to Jersey. We'd been here once before, back in 2013. During that visit, we visited the famous tourist attractions like the castles and the World War II sites. I'd recommend a visit to the war tunnels. They were really good, quite an interesting place to see. This time, we wanted to try some new places, so we started with Saumarez Botanic Garden. Watch out for the edge.
Oh god, I hope it didn't hit his eye. That was a sharp corner.
It's okay, he got straight back up again. This is a privately owned botanic garden on the edge of St Helier. It was created in the 1920s by wealthy shipping line owner Sir James Knott. I believe he left money in a trust to manage the house and gardens. It was a 10-minute drive from the town centre, or you can get a bus, and it cost £9 to get in, but toddlers were free. I enjoyed the walled garden featuring a beehive, and the Japanese garden, which was done really well. You can pay extra to have a tour of the house, but we didn't bother. There's also a cafe, but the food was quite expensive, so we didn't have anything. There's also a kids' play area. It seemed more suited to older kids than Heath. It was 29 degrees Celsius, so we headed back to St Helier for a dip in the Lido. It's completely free to use, there's changing facilities, and it has shallow and deep sections, so it's perfect for toddlers and adults. The main reason for our visit to Jersey was so my wife could do the Jersey Ultramarathon. This is a 48-mile run around the coast of the island. We spent a bit of time checking out parts of the route. This is the first part, which is a flat run out to Castle Orgoy. I think I've pronounced that correctly. Supposedly you get a great view of Jersey from the top. Carrying a toddler all the way up did not appeal, so we stopped instead and had some Jersey ice cream. It was delicious. We then headed to Jersey Zoo, which is in the north of the island. The good thing about Jersey is it's not very large. Everywhere is easy to get to. This was only a 25-minute drive from St Helier. The zoo was set up by conservationist Gerald Durrell to help endangered species. His ethos was that the most important part of the zoo was the animals. Therefore, the enclosures should be designed from the animal's own point of view. The second in importance was the person who was looking after the animal. The third in importance was the public who wished to see the animal. I've read in the news that some people now believe this has changed and the zoo has moved towards more crowd-pleasing animals rather than endangered ones. I'm not qualified to say whether that's correct or not, but I did feel it was a more animal-friendly zoo than some I've visited. I don't think any zoo is perfect, but this seemed like one of the better ones. It was £20 to get in and it was very easy to walk around the site. I had no issues using a pram. There was a good area for kids and it was age appropriate with bits for younger and older children. Heath had a great time. Heath enjoyed seeing the monkeys, especially the orangutans. Although don't expect to see monkeys doing much, whilst we were there, they either spent their time playing with sticks or grooming each other. Heath also enjoyed the flamingos. They were out in the open and nothing seemed to be there to stop them flying off. I wonder why they don't just fly away. I'm guessing they hang around because they know there's food. My personal highlight was the 2 volunteers who have to walk the zoo's goats. Imagine putting that in your CV, Chief Goat Walker. Whilst in Jersey, to keep fit, I tried to do a 5k every morning. It was quite easy to find routes, and you can mix it up with either running on the beach or running around St Helier. I didn't have to run outdoors. There was the option of the prison treadmill. Up to 28 men at a time would climb the steps and turn the wheel. The power generated from this motion could be put to use grinding grain or pumping water. Treadmills were installed in a number of prisons, but they were seen more as torture devices than a kitchen gadget. They were banned in 1898. Jersey Museum is free to enter. One of the levels was closed when we visited, but there was a room upstairs filled with antique-style toys. Heath had a great time playing around with them.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
Along the coast from St Helier is St Brelades Bay. This is one of the island's most popular spots due to its golden sands and safe swimming. There are beach cafes and seaside restaurants. I recommend the Jersey Crab Shack for food. There are 2 car parks right next to the beach, so it's easy to access. Even though it was a nice day, the beach wasn't mobbed. It was easy to find some space and get a swim. We spotted some folk heading out in wetsuits, but it was warm enough to swim in shorts. There was even one person attempting to do a handstand on a supboard. And if you're wondering what Heath's favourite part of the holiday was, it's quite straightforward. He enjoyed running around the fountains. And despite the rest of the footage showing beautiful sunny days, here's proof that sometimes it does rain in Jersey. This was actually the day that my wife was doing her ultramarathon, and she was very thankful for the bad weather, as she didn't fancy running around the island in 29 degrees Celsius. I would recommend Jersey if you're looking for a nice weekend break. It's only an hour and 20 minutes from Glasgow, the weather's really good, and there's lots to do when you get here.